We have a couple letters that I want to point out to you and some concepts I'll point out to you. One is that these two letters are both E. They're pronounced E, exactly the same. But if someone would ask you, man, how do you spell that word? Is that with an E Latino or Y? For spelling purposes, when you're spelling something verbally out loud to somebody, you might want to say this is an E Latina. It's an I as opposed to a Y, Y. So there's a Latin I or a Greek I. That'll be a little difference if you're spelling out a word to somebody. Another concept that is good to know is capital letter versus small case letter. A small case letter is a letra minúscula, and an uppercase letter is a mayúscula. So minúscula and mayúscula. Another one is these two letters. They're pronounced exactly the same in Spanish. It's not a strong B or V sound in Spanish. It's a combination of the two. The actual linguistic sound is called a B fricative, V. It's neither a B nor a V, it's a combination that's V. So when you're pronouncing a word and somebody's like, man, how do you spell that word? Is that with a V larga or a V corta? Is that with a large B or a short V? A V larga is a B. V corta is a V. So that, again, when you're verbally spelling a word out to somebody, you'll find that useful. I've often seen the word bueno spelled bueno. The spelling is incorrect for the one on the right. Bueno is not how you spell the word good in Spanish. It's with a B. The problem is the pronunciation is exactly the same. It's bueno. It's kind of a BV for both. So people are like, man, I don't know how to spell it, so they'll put a V sometimes. I've definitely seen that. In America Latina, the typical way that you pronounce a double L is different than the way you'll pronounce a double L in Argentina. For example, this sentence is Ella está en la calle. She is on the street. Ella está en la calle. If you were to say that sentence in Argentina, it would be pronounced differently. The double L is a sh. So, ella está en la calle. If someone comes up to you and says, ella está en la calle, there's a very good chance that person is either Argentine or studied or lived in or spent time with an Argentine, or ella está en la calle is a very strong Argentine accent as opposed to ella está en la calle, which would be a typical Latin American way to say that word. Another clue to an accent is the C and Z sound. In America Latina, the C and Z are pronounced like an S. They're pronounced differently in Spain. For example, C and Z in Latin America is pronounced like an S. Sam, gracias. In Spain, it's not. It's a TH sound. So the word gracias in Latin America would become gracias in Spain. Very typical Spanish accent would be that th. Gracias, as opposed to gracias. Let's look at the vowels versus the consonants. The vowels in Spanish are always pronounced the same no matter what word they're in, no matter what combination they're in. They're always all pronounced, and they're pronounced exactly the same every single time. So it makes Spanish a very easy language to read and then be able to pronounce properly. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U are the Spanish vowels.
And there you have some important concepts regarding the alphabet in Spanish.